and support the channel, check out BetMGM. So a little background before the real pain. 2016, around this time, the Raptors had more or less fully recovered from losing Chris Bosh in 2010 to Miami. They had made the playoffs in 2014 and 2015, but they were bounced in the first round each time. 2016 was kind of their breakout year, if you can call it that. They were led by DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. They won 56 games. They got the second seed in the East. They won their first playoff series since 2001, only their second playoff series ever at that point.
You know what? Being a fan of a franchise that has gone through some of those dry spells, I know what it's like.
Yeah. They beat the Pacers in 7 in round 1. They beat Miami in 7 in the second round. I was really pissed they beat Miami because I was like, oh, we're gonna get Miami versus Cleveland, LeBron versus the Heat in the conference finals, and the fucking Raptors just had to muck it up. But you know what? They got to the conference finals, they met the Cavs, and they got thoroughly thumped in games 1 and 2. Also, game 1's got one of LeBron's best dunks he's ever had. I mean, god damn.
Yeah, games 1 and 2, pretty predictable. This is 2016 Cavs, so Kyrie, peak Braun, even Kevin Love. What was kind of surprising is they actually responded pretty well. They won games 3 and 4 at home. Lowry and DeRozan played well. Then game 5 and 6 went about as you'd expect.
Game 5 and 6 went how I thought games 3 and 4 would go.
Right, I thought it was just going to be over, and then the Cavs were like, okay, enough playing around. Like, we ain't letting these guys have any more fun. We're just going to beat the shit out of them.
And you know what? That Cavs team went on to beat the 73-win Warriors in the 2016 finals, one of the best, arguably the best of all time. So, you know what? There's no shame in losing to that team. And 2017, they had another strong year. They brought in Serge Ibaka at midseason to shore up their front line. DeMar DeRozan had the best season of his career up to that point. He averaged 27 points per game. They won 51 games, got the 3rd seed in the East. And it's interesting, they knocked off a 22-year-old Giannis in the first round.
Yeah, this is back when it was just kind of Giannis, young Giannis, no Middleton. So yeah, shout out to them for winning. And then, of course, they got to play the Cavs again in the second round. But, you know, they have a little bit more experience this year. Any chance they can at least make it competitive, maybe pull off an upset?
I was thinking maybe, because the Cavs were coming off a sweep of Indiana, but every game was really close. The Cavs' average margin of victory was only 4, although they did have that 26-point comeback in game 3, which was incredibly impressive, but still kind of a whatever Pacers team led by a Paul George who was on his way out. Gave him fits every game. So I thought maybe the Raptors had a bit of a chance to not necessarily pull the upset, but maybe get it to 7 this time. No, they got obliterated.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Lost game 1 by 11, which doesn't sound too bad, but they were down 22 points heading into the 4th. And they lost game 2 by 22. Like, these are not even close. They're not even putting up a fight.
Game 3, they put up a fight, though. It was a 2-point game heading into the 4th. Then they got routed in the 4th. Got outscored 36-17.
Jesus. Game 4, the Raptors trailed by as much as 16 in the 3rd quarter, although they managed to make it a game. They retook the lead in the 4th. Ultimately, though, LeBron was just too much. He had 35, Kyrie had 27, and they'd take game 4, 109-102, and they'd sweep Toronto.
Again, though, the Cavs, they went on to the NBA Finals. They only lost 1 game on their way to the NBA Finals, and that was game 3 at home to Boston in the conference finals. So, like, yes, obviously it's disappointing to get swept, but, like, there's no shame in that. And then 2018 happened.
And in 2018, there were some heavy shakeups for the Cavs roster. Of course, Kyrie demanded that trade. He got sent to the Celtics. The Cavs got Isaiah Thomas with that hip injury. They got Jay Crowder. They got the Nets' first-round pick. And really, it was just a completely different roster for the Cavs. They also had that trade deadline where they completely overhauled the roster. So this was not the same Cavs team in 2018.
You know what I find hilarious about this trade is that a week after it was announced, the Celtics had to send an extra second-round pick to the Cavs because Isaiah Thomas failed his physical. If I'm the Cavs, I'm canceling the trade right there.
Yeah, they're like, screw that. Like, this dude's hip is just fucked.
He's coming off an injury and he fails his physical. No thanks, we'll find a different team to send Kyrie to. And as the season progressed, it looked more and more like it could be the year for Toronto. They won 59 games. They had the best record in the East. Both DeRozan and Lowry were all-stars, and the Raptors honestly built a pretty solid supporting cast. Jonas Valanciunas, Serge Ibaka, CJ Miles, Fred VanVleet, DeLon Wright, Pascal Siakam, Jakob Poeltl, OG Anunoby, Norman Powell. Like, that's a really solid, deep team right there.
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, you're going to have home court advantage, and yeah, that's a pretty solid team. No superstar takeover player, but as an overall team, I mean, we saw what they did the following year. That's a deep roster.
Yeah. knocked off the Wizards in 6 in the first round, and that set them up with the Cavs in round 2 for the second straight year. And the Cavs, we mentioned it a little bit, they were coming off just a turbulent season. They had the whole Isaiah Thomas fiasco. He didn't play early in the season. Then when he did come back and play, he played like shit. Apparently, he called out Kevin Love in the locker room for missing a game because he was sick. Because that's a great idea.
Yeah.
They show up to a new job, work for 2 weeks, and then call out one of the most respected members of your new organization.
That'll build team chemistry, calling out a title winner for sure.
Right. The new additions like Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Jay Crowder just didn't work at all. The Cavs literally completely overhauled their entire team at midseason. They only won 50 games, and that only got them the 4th seed. And they were taken to 7 in the first round by a Pacers team led by Victor Oladipo and Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yeah, they struggled that series and went 7. LeBron obviously had that game winner in game 5. So this Cavs team was not looking like a finals team. They were looking shaky. And honestly, a lot of people thought this was the year Toronto was finally going to beat them.
Oh, the sentiment was firmly that Toronto was the better team. I mean, I'm sure people were out there picking the Cavs, but most people were like, Toronto is better, and they are winning this series. Game 1, fair play to the Raptors. They got off to a great start. They raced out to a 14-point first quarter lead. They had a 10-point lead with 10 minutes to go in the game. Cavs came back, though, tied the game at 105 with 30 seconds left. LeBron hit a tough fadeaway jumper over OG Anunoby to tie the game. Just a little precursor of things to come. But the ending of regulation in this game was fucking bonkers. Under 10 seconds to play, Fred VanVleet gets a wide open 3. He misses, and the Raptors proceed to get 3 shots point blank at the rim and missed all of them.
Weren't they just trying to like tip the ball and like just trying to get it in? They just could not find the basket.
Well, DeRozan got like a little tip shot that circled the rim and out. Then they got another tip that hit the rim, and then Valanciunas got a tip that hit the back rim and bounced off. And on the next play, honestly, LeBron got a pretty good look, but he left it just a little bit short.
The game would go to overtime. The Cavs built up a 6-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Raptors then got it down to 1, and VanVleet got another 3 for the win. Fred VanVleet could be the hero, basically at the exact same spot, but he would miss it again. And LeBron in game 1 would tally 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists. And for him against Toronto, that's kind of just average,
That's
to
just
be
pedestrian.
honest. Like, that sounds insane, but I'm not even that fazed by it.
Game 2, if you're the Raptors, you got to be thinking like, all right, we dropped game 1, but we're in front of our home fans. Let's just get this game. Well, this game was the official founding of LeBronto. The Raptors actually led this game at halftime, little known fact if you can believe it, but in the second half, LeBron just straight up took over. 27 points on 13 of 19 shooting with 5 rebounds and 7 assists and 0 turnovers.
Basically perfect. I guess he could have made those 6 shots he missed, but that's basically perfect. And what everyone remembers it by were those just ridiculous fading mid-range shots where he was shooting the ball to the moon and they just kept dropping perfectly in.
It was one after the other, no matter who they put on him. Siakam, Anunoby, Lowry, every single time, just off the dribble, from the post, all these just mid-range post fades. A shot he's not particularly known for, just could not miss. And that last one he hit over Anunoby where he like fakes to the middle of the court and then just, like you said, hits a rainbow fadeaway jumper, and just listen to the crowd after every shot.
We're speechless, Hubie Brown. No.
I mean, we know how it is. We're Blazer fans. We saw the Warriors dominate us. Steph hit shot after shot. So it's exactly the same for the Raptors. Just that team, that insane player that just, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, the Cavs would win this game 128 to 110. LeBron finished with 43, 14, and 8. He did get a little bit of help from Kevin Love, but this game was all about LeBron. And I'm pretty sure they coined the LeBronto name during the broadcast. Like, the announcer was like,
we'll be back to LeBronto for the 4th quarter after this.
It was actually Mark Jones who made the call, who's a Toronto native, which just makes it even better.
Credit to him. I don't know if he had that in his back pocket.
If he came up with that on the spot, that is genius level.
He's a legend for that either way. Game 3, the Raptors obviously coming off just 2 demoralizing losses, and you'd expect them to kind of just lay down. They're going to Cleveland. They lost their home court. They were down 14th going in the 4th quarter. LeBron was just dominating. He had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. But you gotta give the Raptors a lot of credit because they battled back. Lowry and Anunoby combined for 26 in the fourth, and they were able to tie the game 103. OG Anunoby hit a three-pointer with 8 seconds to go, so they might be able to steal a game in Cleveland to give them a chance in this series.
Well, they tried to steal a game, and then LeBron stole their hearts and put a knife into it because LeBron took the ball length of the court and banked in a goofy-ass one-footed runner. One of the most bizarre buzzer beaters you'll ever see, but like, again, look at the Raptors bench when he hits the shot. Like, they're like, are you fucking kidding me? Benches are normally pretty good at not reacting when something devastating like that happened, but even they were like, okay, this is ridiculous at this point.
Well, you get destroyed in games 1 and 2. In game 3, you put up this fight, you make this comeback, you have a chance, and then LeBron hits that shot on you.
And that happens.
Like, the angle, the way he shot it, there's no way he planned to shoot it like that. He was dribbling, and then he's like, oh, shit, I'm right here, and just shot it with one hand. Like, I can't imagine being on their team when that happened.
There's the famous call.
Throws up the floater. Off glass. Good night, Cleveland. That is for you.
It's not my favorite call.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it was solid.
The 2023 GMC Canyon HE4X is the most advanced off-road midsize truck.
LeBron, another masterpiece. 38 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 14 of 26 shooting, a game winner. 2018 LeBron in the playoffs is just different.
Especially against the Raptors.
Right.
And in game 4, I mean, bless the Raptors in game 3. They came out and they fought. Game 4, they rolled over and died. Cavs dominated this game basically from tip. 5 Cavs scored in double figures. LeBron had 29 points, 11 assists, 8 boards. DeMar DeRozan, who was benched, by the way, for basically the entire fourth quarter of game 3, got ejected for a flagrant 2 foul on Jordan Clarkson. Cavs win 128-93, sweep Toronto for the second straight year, and advance to the conference finals. And just like the legacy of LeBronto, like if you want to talk about a star living rent-free in a team's head, this was it. I don't know if there's a better example of it than this.
I mean, yeah, they won, what, 2 games over the course of how many? Like
3 playoff series.
Yeah, 3 playoff series, you win 2 games. LeBron hits game winners on you. What can you really even do at that point? But in hindsight, this was probably the best thing to ever happen to the Raptors. Dwayne Casey wins Coach of the Year and then gets fired like a week later. Imagine that.
The picture of him receiving the award is one of the funniest pictures in existence.
They hire Nick Nurse, and then the big thing, they're like, okay, we finally got to make a major move. They trade DeMar DeRozan to the Spurs for Kawhi Leonard, and in 2019, they get their first and only championship.
Probably the most notable thing to eventually come from LeBronto, but the best thing that came from LeBronto, it's that LeBron Infinity War trailer by Maximilian. One of my favorite pieces of media in existence. It's amazing.
I mean, it's Thanos. Of course, he just dominates. It had to be made.
That's the video, guys. What's your favorite memory from LeBronto? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving it a like, as it really does help us out. And while you're here, why not check out some of our...
The archives are open. In its history of over 100 years, the FBI has classified many documents. Until now. Now these government secrets are open for anyone to see. Here are 50 of the most insane declassified secrets of the FBI, including details on one of America's most mysterious residents. Number 50. Alive or dead? In the aftermath of World War II, the entire world celebrated the death of the Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. But despite the confirmation that his life had ended in a Berlin bunker as the Allied troops marched in, rumors started to spread. Did Hitler actually escape like so many of his Nazi allies, maybe to South America? Did he shave his mustache and go undercover as an everyday suburban man, as one ill-advised sitcom imagined? The rumors persisted enough that in the months after the war, the FBI investigated evidence of his survival, and the declassified documents showed, nope, he's dead. It wasn't the only FBI investigation related to the war. Number 49. The wife. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the brilliant physicist heavily responsible
Wish you had help getting things done. Same.
So I got section 1.
for the United States winning the race to the atom bomb, was largely trusted by the US government, despite some past leftist ties. But he was also married, and the FBI had some doubts about her. A trained biologist, she worked for the government at Los Alamos to help determine the body's vulnerability to radiation. The FBI was more concerned with her early life when she'd been involved with communist activist Joseph Dele Jr. and joined the Communist Party. This led to her being investigated by agents about her current ties and to her husband's clearance being reduced. But many FBI investigations during the era were much more wide-reaching. Number 48. Detention. Even before President Roosevelt's infamous executive order that led to the imprisonment of the United States Japanese American population, the government was hard at work arresting people. During the war, anyone deemed a security threat could be rounded up and detained by the government during the national state of emergency, and it centered on 3 groups: Japanese Americans, German Americans, and Italian Americans. All were arrested with little room for appeal, and the FBI kept an exhaustive list of the numbers. But being investigated by the FBI isn't always a negative. Number 47. The Money Man. It's rare for someone to play a key role in the home front for 2 world wars, but Bernard Baruch wasn't an ordinary man. The stock market magnate was chairman of the War Industries Board under Woodrow Wilson and advised President Roosevelt on industry and production decades later. When anyone is that close to the president, the FBI will want to take a look at him. Did they find any red flags on the man? Given that he was later appointed to the United Nations Atomic Energy Commission by Harry Truman, it's likely a no. And in some cases, it's all about confirming what's already known. Number 46. Operation Paperclip. When the US government decided to recruit former Nazis to help with the nuclear and space programs after the war, they knew they would need thorough background checks. After all, they were okay with some Nazis, but not the worst of the worst. The FBI was tasked into digging into wartime activities of these scientists and deciding if they were valuable and relatively clean enough to become Americans. Now, on the FBI's websites, Americans can dig into the original reports of figures like Arthur Randolph and Werner von Braun. But sometimes the FBI was looking to prevent war before it happened. Number 45. Flying solo. While the US never went to war with the Soviet Union, paranoia was high about the communist nation infiltrating and sabotaging the Americans. That's why the FBI created Solo, an intelligence effort that spanned 2 decades. It's placed agents within the Communist Party of the United States to discover if they were passing information to communist nations like the Soviet Union or China. The operation was largely headed by 2 agents, now declassified as Russian Jewish immigrants Morris and Jack Childs, whose background gave them the skills needed to infiltrate Russian communist enclaves.
Pokemon Masters EX! Get him!
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Were we too strong?
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's join forces.
I feel like I got an upgrade. I feel like I got an upgrade. like I got an upgrade. Ooh, I want to come along.
Are you in need of my expertise? I've still got strength left in these old bones.
I'm not gonna let you win. Come on.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
Research.
Execute.
Let's go. Watch and learn.
Get 'em.
Hit him hard!
Watch and learn.
I got this!
Here's my chance.
Go!
Keep it up.
Go!
Here's my chance.
Go!
Let's go! Let's go!
Strike now!
You wanna have a go? Keep it up!
That's it!
Strike now!
My fans are cheering for us! Come on! I have to work harder.
Go!
Let's see how you like this.
Leave it to me!
I didn't do enough research.
Go! Leave it to me!
Keep it up.
Hit him hard! This'll shock him. Yeah! Go! Hit him hard!
Keep it up.
Blast it!
I'm giving this everything I've got. This is it. Do it!
Here we come.
Yes!
Now. Now.
How's this?
Now.
Never imagined losing. How's this? Here we come. That's a little annoying. How's this?
Something went wrong. Were we too strong?
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, let's have a Pokemon battle together.
You choose me? Oh, no, I choose you.
I can feel strength growing inside me. I hope I can keep this up. It feels so good when all your hard work pays off.
go again.
Good, good. I'm a little bit stronger. I focused really hard and got stronger.
Training pays off.
Nobody can beat my rock-hard determination. Let's climb every wall together.
To be a billionaire, that's 1,000 million.
Pikachu, I love
featuring Virtua, Sway Lee, A Booger with the hoodie, and Nav. Give it up for Metro! This next performance
Walking is now legal.
Sasuke. Sasuke.
Wow. Huh?
Life is too grimy, y'all.
I got me a little.
Alright. In this video I'll explain how Beyblades are shipped. I wrap the Dragoon in cushioning material first. If I don't wrap it in cushioning material, the Beyblade will break.
These activities, including crime to stop from the game's various enemy factions, also know
Marvel Spider-Man 2.
He got a mob.
like you know me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. Stop acting like you know me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. Stop acting like you know me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. Stop acting like you know me, nigga. I don't know you, nigga.
Oh, hell yes!
To be a billionaire, that's 1,000 millionaires. Bang, locked up all my money, I don't care. You can't stop a fucking guy. Yay, 2024, came in the game, brought down the doors, broke all the locks. For what you got, for what I want, foot on the devil's neck for the law. I'm done tap dancing on.
Uh-oh. How much is the earrings?
This one is 30,000. So you'll notice it's fully covered. Each one has 57 facets.
Okay, I get it. Let me think. I guess it's my turn.
Ooh, ooh, kill him. Ooh, 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 kill him. Ooh, 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 kill him. Ooh, 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 kill him. Ooh, 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 kill him. Ooh, 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 kill.
Oh, hell yes!
And you've been